Hi Floss Tube, it's Lacey with Lacey Makes. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm here today to talk to you about some stitching, and I have quite a bit, so let's get into it. I have two finishes. This first one I have is a pattern from The Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. This is Chicken Love, and it was a freebie pattern that they put out for the Be Well and Stitch hashtag. And I found this little, it's kind of a tray, kind of a box. It's got little handles on the side. Anyway, I found it at Michael's in the garden section. So like where all the fairy garden stuff is. That's where it was. And it was 50% off, I think. Anyway, I had this red chicken wire fabric that I used to finish my spring tulips back there. And then my mom was here over the weekend, and she is really good at making bows. So I made her make this bow for me. And I just glued it on the corner with a little daisy button. And then I had this fabric. This is a Riley Blake fabric. And it's just little, it's yellow with some little white hearts on it, and I just tied it in some knots and tacked it to the top with some glue. So I thought it was really cute, and I wanted an easy finish to display, so it was really fast. I'm still really slow at finishing, and it takes me forever to do one thing. But what I had actually gotten out to finish was my summer ABCs by Little House Needleworks. And I started this last summer and got probably all the way to here, and then I got tired of working on it, so I put it away, and I got it out and I finished it within 2 evenings. So I have been on the hunt for a shutter for ever since I bought this. I knew I wanted to put it on a shutter like Priscilla and Chelsea, and I've just never found one. And they had this one in the patriotic section at Michael's, and I didn't have measurements with me to see how long this piece was, so it was 60% off, and I just went ahead and bought it because I thought I can use it for something else if that doesn't work. But I've got it mounted on sticky board. Actually, it's not sticky board, it's matte board that I bought at Hobby Lobby because I didn't want to try to Frankenstein some sticky board together to make it long enough. So I got a big piece of matte board and some spray adhesive, and I sprayed some adhesive some quilt batting to this one, and then I just laid this on top of it. It took me forever to feel like I got it centered enough. My husband's a turd, and every time I bring out a piece to show him, he's like, it looks a little wonky to me, and I want to smack him. But I tried real hard to get it centered, and I think I did a pretty good job. And then I've got this Riley Blake small gingham in brown. I thought that was perfect. And then I've got a little bow up here at the top, and I feel like this daisy's a little too big for this bow, but I'm gonna go with it. Anyway, I was real excited to get that done. And then I started fall ABCs during Mania, and I got it out yesterday, and I stitched on it for a little bit. So I'm gonna try real hard to get that done before fall. But that one didn't take me very long once I got it going. It's a lot of letters, so it doesn't take very long. But those were my two finishes, and now we go on to whips. For the last week and couple days of Mania is what I've got to show you. And for Merry Monday, I started Snowy Chockful by Hands On Design and Priscilla. And I think this is so cute. And I just put a little bit of stitching in. I got a sweet little snowman face looking back at me. So that's what I got done on that. I think I just got the Liberty Chock full in the mail today, so I have all of them. I just need to stitch them all up. And then on Tuesday, I started Easter Peep by Brenda Gervais. And this was on my wish list for a long time, and it's never in stock at 123 Stitch. But one time I was on there just looking around and they happened to have it in stock. So I snatched it up right away, and I think it sat for a long time before I finally started it. But I'm really excited to start that one. And I got his little bow tie done. And this is some Rit dyed Ada that I Rit dyed myself. It's in petal pink, and then I tea coffee dyed it for just a few minutes. But I love that. It was a really bright pink until I tea coffee dyed it, and I love the way it turned out. So I got him started, and then this one I'm really excited about. This is Remember Me by Birds of a Feather. I love this so much. There's just a lot on this pattern, and I love it. And the colors are so bright. I'm usually I love bright colors for Halloween. So, and I worked on this one pretty much all of my stitchy time that day, and I only got one color in. But I got the start of the witch and her broom and her dress and her shoes. But I love it. And I got all the called for floss, this Weeks Dye Works floss, and it's so bright and so cute for Halloween. So I think I'm gonna work on that later this week. And then for Thursday, am I on Thursday? Yep, Thursday, I started Long May She Wave by Stitching with the Housewives. And I was so sad because I really wanted this stitched to display this summer, but it took so long to get it. I pre-ordered it from a shop, and with all the COVID and stuff going on, it took forever to ship, which that's okay. But I got a start on it, and it'll be ready for me next year. I got the first half of the truck. I didn't realize how big this was gonna be. It's gonna be so cute. Man, that's big. I started and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I love it. And then for Friday, I'm trying to decide how I can do this without showing the chart. This is my 2013 Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. And for Fall Friday, I started this little witch. I have a Halloween tree, and I have started a whole bunch of Prairie Schooler Halloween ornaments. So I thought she'd be perfect. And I didn't get much of a start going on her. I just got some little stitches in. But she'll be real quick to finish. And then for Stars and Stripes Saturday, I started Rise and Shine by Scissortail Designs, and I started this one up here. I think these are so cute. And I just pulled floss from my stash, but I tried to get as close as possible. This red is Apple Cobbler by Classic Colorworks, but it's almost maroon, and I actually love it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but then when I got it stitched on there, I liked it. And then the blue's wavy navy. So I got quite a good start on that one. And then finally, for the last day of Mania was Santa Sunday, and I started the 2020 Prairie Schooler Santa. I love, this might be my favorite Prairie Schooler Santa. I've only stitched one all the way. It's the, I don't remember what year it is, but it's the one that's potting poinsettias. And I thought he was my favorite, but this one is so cute. I love the bunnies. Oh, he's so cute. I'm gonna try really hard to get him finished for Christmas. And I got a pretty good start. Got all the green on the side of his coat and then some red filled in. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. All right, that was all my Mania. I hope everyone had a fantastic Mania. This was my first year, and I did a new start every day, and I didn't have trouble with it. If I wasn't feeling the pattern that day, I would just put a couple stitches in and put it up and work on what I wanted to work on. So I didn't get burned out. But I'm kind of sad it's over because I love watching Instagram for the hashtag Stitch Mania and seeing what everybody stitches. But I'm happy it's over because I'm ready to start fall and Halloween stitching. I've got a couple of patriotic patterns I want to finish up to try to display this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But I'm real excited for fall. So for just regular whips that I worked on this week, I think I've said before, my 13-year-old plays travel on a traveling baseball team, so we have tournaments every single weekend. So I took some stitching on Saturday, and I took all patriotic stitching, and I worked on Liberty Hill Farm by Silver Creek Sampler. And I love this pattern so much. A lot more than I thought I was. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't know I was gonna love it. And this was one I started for Mania this year. And again, I picked my own colors, but I tried to get them as close to the pictured colors as I could. And I did a lot of classic color works. Like this is barn red, denim blue, and then this darker blue's wavy navy. And then the yellow's ye old gold. And it is stitched on vertical pine by Fabric Flare. And I just love this so much. And then also that day, because it was a long day, I worked on Patriotic Row by Bent Creek. This was another Mania start that I did. It's super cute. And I just got some more letters done. I think that'll be, once I get the letters done, I think that'll be pretty quick to finish. And it's so cute. My daughter is 6, and her best friend, his big brother plays baseball with Brady, my 13-year-old. And he is so fascinated with my cross stitch. He comes over several times during the day to check on what I'm doing, and he was loving this. And he would come over and he'd be like, "Is your barn done yet? Is your barn done yet?" So he made sure I got my barn done. But he's cute. I need someone like him to keep me on task with my cross stitch because I have a very short attention span. And then I started, like I said, I was hankering for some fall Halloween. So I started this brand new pattern to me from Barbara Anna Designs, and it's called Witch House. And I think I bought this one last year and just never got it started. And I Rit dyed some fabric, and this is just purple Rit dye. And then I flash tea coffee dyed it for just a few minutes and then baked it in the oven. But I got the whole house stitched and a little chair. I think this one will be really quick, and I already have a finishing piece for it. It's one of those little shadow boxes that's in the shape of a house. I'm gonna paint it black and stick it in there, and it'll be really cute. And then also I worked a little bit more on Jack-o'-lantern Junction, which was a mania start for me this year. And this is by Hands On Design with Priscilla. And I started this big piece. And I just got a little more white stitched on that one. I got the roof and the jack-o'-lantern and the chimneys done. I'm super excited to work on this one. I wanted to get Star Spangled Swine Farm done. I just don't think I'm going to. That thing is huge, and I know this one's the same size, but I thought if I started now, hopefully by Halloween I can have it done. And then I can finish Star Spangled Swine Farm in time to display for next year. And another one I worked on was Pumpkin Hollow Farms by Little House Needleworks. I love this pattern so much. This was another one that I bought because I loved it, but I didn't know I was gonna love it this much. This was not one I had planned to just start it a little bit during Mania. This was another Mania start for me, and then just kind of put it away. But I love working on it. And I think I've said before, I just love stitching houses. I know some people don't because they're kind of tedious. It's a lot of fill-in, but I love them. I love seeing them take shape. It's like you're building it from the ground up. And then finally, for whips, I had started July Truckin' Along by Stitching with the Housewives. And I love this one. It's so cute. And I think I'm gonna say that about all of them. They're all so cute. I'm so excited to see what their Halloween or their October one looks like. I'm assuming it'll be Halloween, but I don't know, but I'm super excited. And these are so, well, June was really quick to stitch. I thought it'd take a little longer, but it didn't. And I also got notification that my Leela May Designs frame shipped. So I will switch it out from this to that Leela May Designs frame. And that'll be really pretty. So that was all my whips. There was a lot of them. And I've got quite a bit of haul. So I have never purchased a project bag because I was afraid that I would get addicted to them and have to have one and for everything, and I just use Ziploc bags. But I follow Nikki's Notables on Instagram because Priscilla and Chelsea get a lot of their project bags from her, and she had these on sale. I think they're usually $35, but this one was only $25. But I thought it was so pretty, and I thought it'd be a perfect first project bag. And there's the back. It's a medium size. Yeah, so that's my first project bag, and it was from Nikki's Notables, and I bought it on Etsy, and it got here within a couple of days. So that was awesome. And then I placed an order with Fat Quarter Shop, and I got the Summer Daisies Floss Pack for the summer version of this. And I butcher the name of the magazine every time, but I think it's Punch Needle Primitive and Cross Stitch Magazine. And the summer one hasn't come out yet, and I keep impatiently waiting for them to release that so I can start it. And that one was another quick stitch, so hopefully the summer one will be just as quick. But I got my floss when it's ready. And then I bought some PDF patterns from Waxy Moon Designs. They have a Etsy shop, and they released their Halloween patterns, and I didn't want to wait to get the paper patterns, so I got the PDF and I printed them off, And I got Halloween House Trio. And I want to start this one in the middle because it's purple. So cute. I think these were only $5. And then I got Halloween Critter Trio. And I'm going to start the cat. They're so cute. All right, and then I got Salmon Liberty, and it actually came with my Long May She Wave, but I'm not going to start them until next year. I'm just going to put them away for now. They're really cute. And then I apparently bought this pattern from 123 Stitch, and they were out of stock a long time ago, and they just sent it to me. So this is Springtime Sampler from Lizzie Kate. I think I bought it back in February because I was wanting to stitch spring, and then it just showed up the other day. I had forgotten about it. That's really cute. So I'll have it for next spring. And then, so Caitlin from A Stitch with Mom and Kristen from Cow Stitcher are going to be hosting a stitch along starting June 15th. And they picked the pattern Blessed Bee by Brenda Gervais. And I got the pattern and all the called for floss. And I'm going to stitch it on tea coffee dyed fabric that I tea coffee dyed myself. I think Caitlin's doing it on that gingham, I think it's called like farmhouse fabric. Anyway, it's brown and white gingham, and that's gonna look so pretty on that. But anyway, I'm gonna join them for their stitch along, so I'm ready for that. I had to really exercise some willpower not to start this when I got it the other day because it's so cute. I wanted to just start it, but I stopped myself. So there's that. And then the last thing I have for haul is this pattern by The Blue Flower, and it's a sampler called Huckleberry Farm. And I don't know what it is. For the longest time, I was like, samplers, no. How many times can you stitch an alphabet? I wasn't into it. But now I find myself looking at samplers, and I have a ton in my wish list on 123 Stitch. But I wanted to start with this one because when I was little, I would go for spring break or summer vacations with my grandma and my grandpa. And we would go to national parks. And we were in Montana, and we stayed at this resort, and they had an ice cream shop, and they sold huckleberry ice cream. And it was the best ice cream. It was so good. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was in Montana, and I saw this pattern, and it gave my heart a squeeze because my grandma Sue isn't with us anymore. And oh my God, I loved her so much. And this made me think of that, and I just wanted it. So I'm gonna start this. I got the called for fabric and the floss. I haven't got it yet, but I'm gonna start it, and I will think of her every time I see it. I'm gonna hang it on my wall I have a hallway that goes from my living room to my laundry room, bedroom, and I would just want to put cross stitch all over it. So I think this will be the centerpiece of that wall. But it just made my heart squeeze. I love it. Anyway, I think that's all I have for everybody. Follow me on Instagram at Lacey Makes. Come over there. I try to post every day what I'm stitching on. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.